Today we're doing a full status update on the Wednesday front. Theories have been made about Season 2, scenes have been memorized, debates have happened. Now we have both official pieces and small but meaningful clues we've been able to catch from interviews regarding Season 3. In this video, we're gathering everything we know about the third season in one place. Before we get into the details, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get started. The overall direction of Season 3 is starting to become clear. The production team says they want to deepen the characters' inner worlds while expanding the world of Nevermore. This doesn't just mean a new mystery. It means a larger scale for the Wednesday universe, more space for side characters, and a heavier presence of the Addams family at the center of the story. Season 3 seems ready to play bigger, both emotionally and mythologically. At the center of this expansion, there is one name: Aunt Ophelia. Eva Green joining the cast as Morticia's lost sister is a move strong enough to shift the tone of the third season on its own. Ophelia is not an ordinary family member. She is a key point directly tied to the Addams family's dark past, the Raven powers, and Wednesday's fate. The fact that she was missing automatically turns her into the season's biggest mystery element. The real critical question is this: who was Ophelia running from, or who was hiding her? That single sentence we saw in the finale, "Wednesday must die," might summarize the main thread of Season 3. Is this an assassination plan, a prophecy, or a message written under control? That phrase alone is powerful enough to turn the season's conflict into an internal family war.
And the detail that makes the Ophelia situation even bigger is the parallel with Wednesday's powers. According to Morticia, Ophelia disappeared after losing her Raven powers.
The similarity between that past and the power crises Wednesday has experienced does not feel like a coincidence. With Ophelia's journal coming into play, Wednesday's powers reigniting, and seeing Ophelia locked in a dungeon-like space at Grandmama Hester's mansion, it's clear that the third season won't just be a school problem. This is now a more personal and darker conflict tied directly to family secrets. The clearest signal from interviews comes from Jenna Ortega. Jenna says that up until now, most of the major chaos in the show has come from the outside, meaning Wednesday was usually pushed into events but ultimately took control. For Season 3, what she wants is much sharper. No matter how the season ends, she wants the final chaos to be something directly initiated by Wednesday herself. That could mean the character shifting from reacting to running the game. If this approach truly reflects in the season, Wednesday could move to a more strategic and more dangerous place in Season 3. Because if she starts the chaos herself, she also pays the price for it. That positions her not just as a clever detective, but as an anti-hero willing to push limits when necessary. In short, the third season could push Wednesday from being the one who stands against the threat to sometimes being the one who creates it. The Weems situation is not closed either. Jenna openly saying how much she loved her dynamic with Gwendolyn Christie, who played Weems, and that she would always want her back, keeps one of the fans' most talked about possibilities alive. The idea that Weems has been moved into something like spiritual guidance leaves the door slightly open for a return. If Season 3 expands family secrets while the power balance at Nevermore shifts again, bringing Weems back into the picture would make narrative sense as well. Meanwhile, on the Enid side, there is a thread that could become the emotional backbone of Season 3.
Emma Myers has stated that Enid doesn't want to stay in her wolf form throughout the entire season.
That single sentence suggests her story could move toward themes of power, control, and balancing her identity. As Enid grows stronger, she may not want that power to take over her life and relationships. On the Agnes side, the clearest expectation is the growth of the trio dynamic. Evie Templeton wanting to see more of the Wednesday Enid Agnes trio suggests that in Season 3, this relationship could evolve into a real team energy. The trio could either function as a new investigation unit within Nevermore or be forced to lean on each other more against a major family-based threat like Ophelia. If that happens, Season 3 would rise not only through dark secrets, but also through bonds of friendship. The phrase Ophelia wrote on the wall, "Wednesday must die," is the strongest hook of the third season because it creates three different possibilities at once. First, it could be a direct assassination target, and Ophelia may genuinely want to eliminate Wednesday. Second, it could be a prophecy. Not Wednesday should die, but Wednesday will die, signaling an inevitable fate. Third, and in my opinion the most disturbing, Ophelia may not have written it of her own will. Someone could be controlling and directing her, and that message might actually be the signature of the Force using her. This is where the Grandmama Hester knot comes into play. Seeing Ophelia locked in a dungeon-like space at Grandmama's mansion in Wednesday's vision is not a coincidence. Because this tells us that the hidden side of the Addams family is not limited to Morticia. Grandmama Hester could be both the key character of the third season and potentially its most dangerous authority. Who locked Ophelia away, why, and what power they were trying to suppress? All of these questions could become the core mystery of Season 3. The creative team confirms this by saying Ophelia's return will hit the family like a bomb. Ophelia's disappearance left a void in Morticia's life and piled up unanswered questions. Now that Void is returning the things Morticia never told Wednesday for years, the relationships she kept hidden, and the old family sins could all come to the surface. that suggests Season 3 won't simply be a new villain arrives season. It will be a family secrets explode season. This is exactly where Eva Green's casting shines. The producers describing her as elegant, unsettling, and unpredictable signals that Ophelia won't be a one-dimensional villain. She could be both victim and threat, both a family member who has suffered and an uncontrollable force. A character like this could make Wednesday face something that comes from her own blood for the first time. And that raises the emotional intensity of the series. That's why the scale of the third season is growing, because it's no longer just about solving a mystery at Nevermore. The Addams family's past, the cost of the Raven powers, and Wednesday's fate are all intertwining. This connection could isolate Wednesday further while also pushing her into a more dangerous position. Combined with Jenna's desire for Wednesday to start the final chaos, it's very likely we'll see a breaking point in Season 3 where Wednesday decides to touch the darkness herself. The Addams family taking a more central role in the third season is no longer just a prediction. It's the natural direction of the story. Because once the Ophelia knot unravels the burden, Morticia carries both as a mother and as the family's matriarch grows heavier. For the first time, the threat facing Wednesday may not be entirely something coming from the outside. This time, it may be rising from within the family. That means the Morticia-Wednesday relationship could move to a harsher, more emotional, and more conflict-driven level.
If Morticia has been hiding things about Ophelia for years, Wednesday's reaction when she learns the truth will not be simple. We know that Wednesday experiences betrayal very intensely.
Even a classic explanation like "I hid it to protect" you may not calm her because for Wednesday, truth is often more valuable than mercy. Ophelia's return could be the biggest fracture testing Wednesday's trust in Morticia, and that fracture could push her onto a more dangerous path on her own.
There's also this possibility.
Ophelia may not just be Morticia's past, but Wednesday's future. The way the Raven powers are described through loss of control implies that Wednesday could be heading toward the same end. So, in the third season, Wednesday may not only try to find Ophelia, she may also have to face the question of whether she will become like this too. That's why Ophelia could function in the story as both an enemy and a terrifying mirror. On the Nevermore side, the cards could be reshuffled as well. With Ophelia's name already tied to Raven powers, the school's approach to such powers could come into focus. Because Nevermore is not just a school. It is a crossroads of powers, bloodlines, and secrets. When a figure like Ophelia returns, a new tension of who is on whose side could emerge among the administration, teachers, and even students. That means Season 3 could carry not only a personal conflict, but also a political one. The Enid and Agnes line becomes important exactly at this point. Enid's power control issue could turn into a parallel theme of managing identity alongside Wednesday's Raven crisis. While Wednesday is pulled toward darkness, Enid's stance of not letting this power control her could create a new balance in their relationship. Enid is no longer just the cute opposite energy. She could become the anchor that keeps Wednesday alive and pulls her back from the edge. Agnes, on the other hand, could bring a different catalyst to this trio dynamic, because Agnes's presence creates a third axis that can generate both tension and growth between Wednesday and Enid. If this trio truly becomes a team in the third season, then in the places where Wednesday descends into darkness, Enid's heart and Agnes's unexpected moves could save the story. Especially against a family-based threat like Ophelia, Wednesday may need to act not alone for the first time, but with a real bond. Wednesday's third season no longer looks like a simple new mystery season. The Ophelia knot, the cost of the Raven powers, what Morticia has hidden, Enid's power control, and that critical shift Jenna pointed out. All roads lead to one place, a season where Wednesday consciously shapes her own fate. If the chaos in the third season truly comes from Wednesday's own hands, that could be both her greatest moment of power and her greatest breaking point. The picture emerging from all the official statements and interviews is this: family secrets will explode, power balances will shift, friendships will be tested, and Wednesday may no longer just be the one who finds the solution, but the one who sets the game. As Season 3 opens up the Addams family's past, it may also darken Wednesday's future. Now the real question is this: will Wednesday truly control the darkness, or will the darkness control her? What do you think? Is Ophelia really the enemy, or the harbinger of a greater threat? Will Wednesday step into the role of game maker this season? Write your thoughts in the comments, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.